What kind of things do we worry about? Let me just squeeze down here.
Family.
Yeah, we worry about our tell me about it. Family causes some worries, don't they?
And health.
We worry about our health. What other kind of things do we worry about? What do you worry about?
Mum.
You worry about your mum, do you, Dev? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? What other things do we worry about? There's somebody at the back. Go on. What do you worry about?
My brother.
You worry about your brother, do you? Oh, dear.
I worry about my big brother Caleb.
We worry about our big brothers, about our family. Have you got something, Ev? Go on.
People worry about daft things.
Yeah, lots of us worry about daft things that we really shouldn't. Let's have somebody else from down the front. Go on, then.
I worry about my mum and my dad.
Yeah, we worry about our mums and dads. Go on, let's have you as well.
My G-dad.
Your G-dad. Oh, you worry about your granddads, yeah. We worry about our health, about our families. We've got lots of things on our minds, haven't we? Lots of things to worry about. I wonder, is it possible to not worry at all? Let me take you back about 20-something years when I was in the Scouts, and me and a few of my friends decided we were going to do the Backwoodsman Badge. Now, the Backwoodsman Badge involved being dropped off in the middle of Consell Woods with nothing. All we got was a knife, and we got to make our own shelter. We got to set traps to catch our own food. We weren't allowed to take food with us, and we were going to be there for 3 days. And during those 3 days, you suddenly realise all the things that you take for granted, because all we got was our knives. Now, I wonder if you were ever stuck on a desert island. I must admit, that looks quite appealing to me. For the first few days, it probably would. But if you were stuck on that island and you could only take 3 things because your boat was sinking and you've got to grab 3 things quick to get to the island, you can't include your mum, okay? What 3 things would you take that you just could not live without, okay? Couple of minutes, speak to the people next to you. What things would you have to take with you? 3 things. Just bear in mind, if you take your phone, you're going to run out of charge pretty quick. Right, that's all the time that you're getting. Now, I hope you've considered carefully what to take with you. 3 things that you would take with you on a desert island, okay? Gordon, what 3 things would you take? Let me pass you the microphone. Just scoot back, John. So, yeah.
The Bible,
Yeah.
a knife,
Yeah.
box of matches.
Okay, Gordon would take his Bible, good man, a box of matches, and a knife. Probably really important things. Let's have someone. What about Kerry? Kerry, what would you take to your desert island?
Can I decide what kind of boat I'm on first?
Well, you're off your boat now.
Well,
You've sunk.
if I'd gone with John, you see, as my husband, I would have a water purifier, because we would have thought about the boat sinking.
Oh, okay.
Some string and some matches.
String's an interesting one, isn't it? Some string. Okay, so we've got a water purifier because you've got to be able to drink. Yeah, good point. String, matches. Anybody take anything different? Let's have somebody. Mick, what would you take?
Ray Mears' book on survival.
Okay, a good book on survival. Yeah, what else? You've got 2 left.
Be the Bible and my glasses so I could read both the books.
Good point. His Bible and his glasses. Because he'd be a bit lost without his glasses. Right, 3 things, Amy.
I'd have Carrots, because I didn't really like carrots,
Carrots, okay, yeah.
so they last longer. Knife.
A knife.
I don't know what else.
And you've still got one thing left. Gosh, you would travel light, wouldn't you? Wow. What would you take, Ben?
A picnic.
Ben would take a picnic. Well, that's probably a very good idea. Bit of a short-term goal. What things could we not live without? Because we have so much stuff. Yeah, apparently there's 3 threes, isn't there? We can live for 3... Which way? Go on, tell me. We can live for 3 minutes without air. Yeah. Oh, go on, you better say it. Go on, say again.
3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, 3 minutes without breathing.
Right. So we need air, we need water, and we need food. What about all the other stuff? Is it possible to live life and be happy? Like that reading that Caitlin read us. Don't worry about a thing. Be happy. Is it possible to live and be happy, do you think, without our phone? Without our tablet, our computer console? Without our lippy? Without our hairdryer? I couldn't live without mine. Is it possible to be happy without so much stuff? Well, that raises another question. And the question is happiness something we have? Or is it something that we have? Is being happy something that we get? Or something that we are? It's an interesting question. Surely, if it was just about what we get, all the celebrities and people that we see on the telly who've got so much money would all be really happy. But they're not, are they? No. They're as miserable as the rest of us because their lives fall apart just the same. Their relationships go belly up. Their families cause them stress. And when they lose lots of money, it gets plastered all across the papers, everything that they do. So clearly money isn't going to sort everything out. That isn't going to make us happy, is it? Fortunately, in this reading today, Jesus actually gives us the answer. He tells us, this is what you need to do to live a happy life. Do you want to know what it is? Prove you're awake. Do you want to know what it is? Thank you. There are 4 things just before this passage that Jesus says, if you do these 4 things, yes, I've got 4 fingers. If you do these 4 things, you will be happy. Because the problem is, everybody is telling you how to live your life, aren't they? Everybody is telling you where to put your energy, where to spend your money, all the adverts on the telly. Everybody has got some input. And we've been pulled in all these different directions. Now, I need some volunteers. Come on out, gang. You've not got to just be young, but I need some volunteers. I need at least 4 of you on the floor there, so that might want to be younger people. Come on then, gang, come on down. I could do with some older people, preferably with good lungs. Yeah, you've not got to drink it, you've just got to blow. So, just 4 or 5 of you around that one. Some of you around this one. Get spread round. Come on, I need some older people. I'm using the wrong words. Slightly taller people. You're not old, you're just taller. I need at least 4, thank you. Come on, let's have 2 men, thanks, John. Could do with another person for this table. Thanks, Ray. Brilliant. Right, some of you gang around here need to go around that one, because there's too many of you, okay? So some of you need to go around that table. Thank you. Needs to be at least 4 people around each one. Because I just want to prove the point of how difficult it is. We began our service, didn't we, thinking about the Spirit of God moving over the water and God speaking life into existence. Well, this is our little boat on the great sea of life. Now what I need you to do is you come around this side, Ray, you come around this side. What I need you to do is you've got to try and blow that. You can't touch it. You've got to try and blow the boat to the other side, but you can't start until I say. So it needs to start in the middle. When I say go, don't blow yet. You've got to try and blow the boat. You can't touch it, okay? You've got to blow the boat to the other side from where you are. Let's count them down from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Blow, Ray. Come on, John, give it some, Welly, give it some. Right, stop. Stop. We're a bit waterlogged, we're a bit soggy. Let's go back into the middle. Pop it back into the middle and we're going to go again one more time, okay? See if somebody else. Take a big breath in. So you've got lots of air. Are you ready? Let's count it down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh no, we've capsized. Quick, flip it back again. Have you done it? Oh no, we've drowned. Fantastic, thank you again. Give everybody a big clap that's coming out me. Brilliant, thank you. The problem is we've been blown, aren't we? In all different directions. How do we keep our little ship afloat? With God's Spirit blowing us in the right direction when everybody else is blowing in our direction as well, from everywhere else. How do we do it? How do we live the way God created us and meant us to be? Here are the 4 things. I'll do them ever so quick because they're just before today's passage. There's somebody looking very happy in the midst of a lot of grumpy people. The first thing, somebody grab a Bible. Grab Matthew 6. And Jesus gives us these 4 things that we need to do to live a happy life the way He created us. Somebody grab Matthew 6. And Jesus says, you're going to be blessed by my Father when you do 4 things. What's the first thing? Verse 2. Matthew 6, verse 2. What does He say we need to do? When you give to the needy. So if you want to live the way God created you to, Jesus says, not if you give, He says when you give to the needy, you will be blessed by my Father in heaven. Why on earth should we give to the needy? Well, because it flips on its head everything that our world says and restores us back to the way God's kingdom is. Because our world says, get, doesn't it? Our world says it's all about what you can get. And God says, no, if you want to live the way I intended you to live and know my blessing, you need to turn your get into something else. Somebody, come and turn my get into something else. Benny was at the front, so he got there first. Go on then, Benny. Pull me get off. Turn it around and hold it up so everyone can see. What does it turn to? Right, so our get turns to give. Thanks, Benj. So our first thing we need to do if we want to live the way we were created by God is we need to learn to turn our get into give. When you give, you will be blessed by God. There's 3 other things that Jesus says do. He says, not if you pray, He says, when you pray. Why is praying so important? as God's created people? Well, because what the world says is that when everything is going pear-shaped, when life is going tough, look where? Within. All the self-help books, all about this is how you can find the strength within. What a load of baloney. Rubbish. You'll never find the strength within. You weren't designed to. You were designed to not look within or look down. You were designed to look up. And when you pray, that's exactly what you do. When things are tough at school, at college, when you're having trouble with your friends, when, I don't know, when whatever is going on in your life, and all your family issues and all the grief that we put up with, the world says, look within, look within. Jesus says, no. The way I created you was to pray. We need to turn our looking down into something else. You can do it for me, Jack? Come on then. What are we going to turn our looking down into? Hold it up. Good man. Stick it back on. Let's have the blue tack again. Fantastic. Give that a good push there, because it won't stay on otherwise. Brill. So we've turned our get to give. We've turned our look down to look up, says Jesus. That is the way I created you. The next thing he says is, when you fast. How strange. Why would Jesus tell us to go without food, to fast? Well, what did Jesus say to the devil and send him packing when the devil said to Jesus when he was hungry, turn these stones into bread? Jesus said, man cannot live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. We weren't designed just to fill our appetites. We weren't designed just to fill our bellies with everything that we want. And so Jesus said, not if you fast, when you fast. Because when you fast, you turn the world upside down. And you say, I'm going to live by God's word speaking over my life, not just by what I can consume, by what I can stick in my belly. That's 3 of the things Jesus said you've got to do if you want to live the way God created you. You've got to give, you've got to pray, and you've got to learn to fast so that you're not mastered by your belly. You're mastered by God. The final thing. Oh, actually, nobody flipped it for me. What do we need to turn feast into? Flip our feast round into fast, Tom. Right, somebody tell me what it says in Matthew 6, verse 19. It tells us to not do something. Matthew 6, 19. Go on, Jade, what's it say? Go on. Keep going. Brilliant, thank you. It says, Matthew 6, 19, do not store up treasures on earth. Why not? Why can't we have nice stuff? Well, that's not the problem, is it? The problem isn't what we hold on to. The problem is what holds on to us. It's about where our heart is. And if our identity, if we only feel good because we've got the best trainers, or because we've got the latest phone, or because we got our hair done this week, or because we've got a nice fat pension to keep us secure, if we only feel good and get our identity from the things that we've got, what happens when things get nicked, like our gates? What happens when rust corrodes, the rest of that passage says? When thieves come in and steal? If we only feel good because of the things we've got, what happens when they get nicked, when they break, when they rust, when we lose those things? What have we then got? We weren't created that way, Jesus says. We weren't created to feel good because we've got the right things. We don't need bigger and better. Don't store up treasure on earth. Store up your riches in heaven. You don't need bigger, you need deeper. You need a depth of relationship with God that says that whatever happens in your life, even if you lost everything, you'd still know that you're loved by God, that you're safe, and that you've got your forever. Even if you should lose your life, you've got your forever secure with Jesus. That's the way you were designed. That's the way you were made. So if you want to live the way God made you, you need to do 4 things. Let's shout them out together. First, in the yellow, you need to... Secondly, in the orange, pray. Thirdly, in the green, fast. And then we need to go... Somebody come and change. We need big. Turn it round. What's on the other side? We don't need big, we need deep. We don't need more stuff. Thank you, sausage. Let's stick it back up here. And guess what? I will get to today's reading now. When you give, pray, fast, and go deeper with God, then you don't need to worry about a thing. You don't need to worry about your clothes, your money, your possessions. Why? Because your priorities are in other places. Because you've learned that you're not only just what you've got, and you've learned that by actually giving it away. You've learned that you're not on your own in this world. What a big lie the devil tells us when we're struggling with things. He says you're on your own, you can't cope, nobody cares. What a load of rubbish. Look down, look in. No. Jesus says, look up. Look up. That's the way you were created. Give, pray. Don't be ruled by your belly. Fast. And go deeper with God. And then you don't need to worry about a thing. Amen.